Hey guys, this is Z from Z's Rescue. I'm coming to you with another animal today. Today, this is Iggy the iguana. Let me back up here so you can get the full spectrum of how long his tail is. So, interestingly enough, iguanas during the time of attack use their long tail to punch the enemy. They can also, if they get in too much trouble, they can detach their tail and to make sure that they can get away real quick. Now it will grow back, not quite as long and quite impressive as their original tail, but they can disconnect it. Now on top of their head they actually have a third eye, which is like a retina type of structure. It connects to a gland in the brain. Even though they don't produce images, they actually need it. It's a very important element to them for finding any of their prey or their food or anything that's coming after them. It definitely helps them out. So iguanas can be very safe in trees and they're very stable up in the tree limbs, but occasionally that they do fall down, and which is very interesting because they can actually survive a fall of 40 to 50 feet up in the air, and that's with no injuries whatsoever. So these guys are actually very good swimmers, and they can breathe through their lungs like we do, and they can survive for about 28 minutes underwater without breathing. So go ahead and hold your breath. I'll wait and see if you can hold it for 28 minutes. Iguana for the win. So these guys are actually herbivores, and they eat plants and fruit and leaves, flowers. Now once in a while they like a cricket or two, but they're still considered herbivores. They just get a cricket or two for the protein, like I've said in previous videos, but they love everything else. They love all their plants and lettuce and everything else. So now here's a crappy fact for you. Young iguanas will eat the poop of the grown-up iguanas so they get necessary bacteria to digest in their food. See what I did there? So iguanas have an extra skin, as you can see right here. Oh, you trying to get me! So you have an extra skin right below their neck, as you can see. That's called a dewlap. It actually helps in their body temperature regulation, and it's also used to display aggression. So they can puff it out if they want to show aggression, or if they want to regulate their temperature. So that is called a dewlap. So even though green iguanas are considered as very popular pets here in America, this is a very common type of iguana that is eaten overseas. So a specialty delicacy by the name of bamboo chicken is made out of iguanas. So aren't you lucky, Iggy? You won't be eaten. Okay, so he's not thrilled, but I'm sure he knows that he's glad to be here. So one more fact for you before I go. Iguanas can grow up to 6 feet, weighing about 20 pounds in captivity with proper care. The cool thing about that, of that 6 feet, is half of that length of the 6 feet will be that enormous tail. So about 3 feet long of body and 3 feet of tail, if you can imagine that. So this guy's pretty young yet, and I want to get you a close-up view of him before he goes back. Now Iggy is he is kind of a crab sometimes. So he was actually taken from a pet store because he kept eating all the other iguanas' tails in that pet store. So he was relocated here to the rescue, and we tell him every day, do not eat other iguanas' tails. But here, let me give you a close-up view so you can kind of see some of these spikes. Let's see if that will focus in on him. Maybe not. But there's an awesome foot right there. They're great tree climbers. And there's that amazingly long tail that just keeps going, it seems like. So, once again, from Z's Rescue, I'm Z. This is Iggy the iguana. We will see you on the next video.